The Chicago Bears complete their first preseason game versus the Miami Dolphins in a very interesting one. We've seen three quarterbacks, seen a couple running backs, and seen some players make some plays on the defensive side. Let's go ahead and talk about it and break it all down. But you gotta hit the music first.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm here, Bobby. I'm with C-Dub and Steve Vo. What's the word, fellas?
What's the word? What's the word?
Hey, the Chicago Bears, they complete their game, first preseason game versus the Miami Dolphins. It ends in what we would like to call an attempt to bring back our PTSD with the last play that almost went for a touchdown. But hey, the game ultimately ends in a draw 24-24 with the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Hey, let's start off with initial thoughts. C-Dub, what is your initial thought after the first preseason game for the Chicago Bears versus the Dolphins?
First off, I'm gonna say this is a different team than an Eberflus coach team. You can see the physicality. You can see how they want to fly around, make plays, and be physical out there on the football field. You can see that what they want to do. Now, if it materialized to what they thought what they think it should be by the season, if they're in full steam ahead, that's a different question. We ain't there yet. We only in the first preseason game, but I could see that it's a different team. I want to send my shout out to Austin Booker. Austin Booker with 3 sacks today. I called him almost Booker because he, like last year, it was almost made a play, almost gave a sack. Oh, he got home today, and he got home pretty much when we need him on third down, getting big sacks. He even got a strip sack, which should have been scooped up and got a touchdown. So Austin Booker, good way to start off the preseason, good way to start off the second year of your Chicago Bears career. Monangai, man, it's a lot to like about Monangai. Between the tackles, patience, physical back. He got that low center of gravity, only like 5'10", 5'11". He got a little speed to him too. I want to see more of this guy, Kyle Monangai. Yeah, really intriguing guy. It's going to be interesting during the regular season where this guy falls and where he ultimately end up. Tyson Bagent, I'm going to just say I'm not impressed by Tyson Bagent. It seems like he's the same guy. He didn't improve to me. He didn't attack the down the field to me. He was a little inaccurate in some of the intermediate passes. He still can hit the short stuff all day long. But I'm just a little bit worried about Tyson Bagent. Case Keenum, on the other hand, he was working with the third stringers. It was a little tough for him to get the play started, but he's a veteran. He made do with it. He made it work. So that's how you give him credit, that he made them work with guys that really didn't know what they had to do out there some of the time. So all in all, it was a good first game for the preseason. We got more to come. Got a couple more games to go than the full season to come. I'm eager to see the starters, but it was good. Just come out here and get loosened up out there. It was good.
For sure. Steve-O, what's your initial thoughts, bro?
I mean, of course, as always, we got a lot of things to work on. It's a lot of things. I would say, majority of the things I stepped away from this game is the details, tackling, getting into the right position, making sure you set in the right position, recognizing what play is being called, because there was a lot of times where we recognized what plays was being called, we didn't execute, or we execute but we was in the wrong position, or vice versa. On the offensive side, I think majority of us fans was mainly looking at that to see how the operation was going to look, and for the most part today it was more of a execution problem. Most of the time I like to play. There's probably maybe three out of all the plays that was called today, maybe three I didn't like, and it wasn't because the play itself. It was just the timing of when they called that play. But I like the way he's going after the game. We're going to emphasize the run, and we're going to do a lot of play action. We're going to do a lot of stuff under center. And one thing we're gonna have to realize, and one thing these interior offensive linemen is, you can't be no bitch, because if you gonna be a bitch, you gonna fuck up a lot of our plays. And that's on the offensive side. Defensive side, they came out a little slow, and some players came out on that, and then some of the players kind of drove back, made some mistakes, and it was some things they need to learn. And thing going there, my biggest thing is what you said to begin with. This ain't the same team, because they went into halftime and our coaches got this defense face and said that was unacceptable. And you can see, because the way they came out in that second half, they was laying that wood, and they wasn't playing. And a lot of people like John, like Backwell and others that was fucking up in the second quarter, got their shit together by the time the game ended. So all in all, it was a pretty good game, but it's a lot of things we got to work on.
I agree with you both. I think there's definitely some good takeaways from individual players, but I also think that this shows that we still got some ways to go. It's like we can't fall into that trap that we fell into the last few years. You know what I'm saying? To where we seeing, oh my God, they breaking off these plays. We about to go crazy this season. No, we gotta look at it through a different lens, simply because right now you seeing that, hey, it starts with once you break that huddle. It starts in the huddle. Once you break the huddle, once you line up, once you got to see if where the offensive line has to shift, who's gonna go in motion, who's coming for the from the blitz. It starts all that for the offense and for the defense. Hey, look, I understand that there's some guys that's not necessarily starters on there, but there's gonna have to be some guys that are gonna come in here and let it be a trickle down effect for, hey, what we seen in practice as us being this damn physical, that's our floor, and the only way up, the only way to go is up. So guys absolutely have to be better. But I do think that it was a good, you know what I'm saying? I would say it was solid. I would say it's a solid first game for the entire team. And it definitely showed like you need to touch up on a lot of things. And I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna say it right here, right now. Next week, I hope that they clean up a lot. But with those starters, I'm hoping that they play at least a
Oh
half.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
you gotta play a half and get that shit nipped in the bud. Because we talked about understanding the decision, but we do see right now this team has a lot of work to do when it comes to the minute stuff, the simple shit. And then you allow guys to fly around, then you allow guys to be comfortable. So it's gonna be a huge game next week for sure. But let's continue on the defensive side here. Austin Booker and Noah Sewell. First of all, I gotta speak on Noah Sewell because I thought he was lost for dead. I thought he was in a lost and found bin, and I seen him out there with that neck brace, putting motherfuckers on their back. And that was very, very good because we heard coming in from mini camp, coming into training camp, a lot about Ruben Hippolyte, but Noah Sewell showed that the battle between that other linebacker position, it ain't over. And then Austin Booker did very, very well. I'm hoping that he can continue to keep up this momentum because we're gonna need that type of play from him when the regular season happens. But C Dub, how you feeling about those two players in the defense?
Yeah, I think we all got introduced to Noah Sewell in this preseason game because he ain't did much since he been a Chicago Bear. And if y'all didn't know, he been a Chicago Bear for what is this, his second or third year here? This is second year. This
Like
is third
three.
year. And he looked fast. He was around the ball. He tackled correctly, got good tackle fundamentals, good instincts. Let's see if he can continue this throughout the preseason at least. And Austin Booker, man, it is a sight for sore eyes, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We need this other guy on the opposite side of Montez Sweat to be a big time impact player. And if this guy, Austin Booker, can be something like this, I ain't saying he got to get 3 sacks a game. We'll love that. But if he can put consistent pressure on the quarterback, that makes Montez jobs easier. That makes this fabulous defensive backfield we got jobs easier, and it just makes everything go. So Austin Booker, if you can get right, man, it makes the defense that much better, bro.
Mhm.
For sure.
Man,
Steve?
it I thought the same thing, especially with Noah Sewell. I thought he was on his. If he, I almost had him on the list that he might not make the team out of
Yep.
camp because it just a lot of people was coming in. We brought in a lot of people at the linebacker position, and like you, and another thing, like with his whole build, like he's 6'2", 260. I didn't know if he was going to be somebody that our defensive coordinator likes because he usually like him a little bit taller, but he likes the way he plays because if you can get pressure and to be honest, for his size, he was moving sideline to sideline. Like it wasn't the as a team around the ball wasn't like how I won, but he was always around the ball all day. So
He
I
was.
give him that. So it just shows you like not only just with Noah Sewell, but this whole defense be playing like nobody's job is secure. And I think that's how you should play. Everybody, if they fuck up on the play, you see it. They mad. They miss a tackle, they upset. And if they gonna do their damnness to fix it on the next side. Austin Booker, he like you said, Mr. Almost. That motherfucker went almost today. He
Yeah.
completed the assignment. And like I said, he had all the moves, and now I think he's starting to get that grown man strength because he started pushing motherfuckers out the way today. So we could just get some more consistency at that, as well as Dominique Robinson getting a sack today.
Oh,
Hey, we dealing with it.
I was
Out of
surprised. I was
everybody,
surprised by
what I
Dominique
say,
Robinson and
yeah,
Zach
like
Pickens.
the
I ain't
D
gonna
line,
lie. I
the
was
D
surprised.
line was probably one of the biggest questions on the defense that we all of us probably had, and they gave us the most consistency today. Honestly,
Yeah, the problem was the defensive backfield, but I think that hey, look, there's no excuses. But if you expected to play man coverage, you got to
you
be
got to be
able
able to
to
cover.
hold your own at
Mhm.
least for a couple seconds. You know what I'm saying, to allow your defense to get home. So the defense, I imagine that Al Harris and Dennis Allen's gonna be having a conversation with those boys to say, hey, y'all got to be better in
and,
coverage. And I know it's not our starters, so it might be a little different,
and,
but you got to go ahead
and
and get
how
that right.
important is it for the defensive backs to be able to tackle when you play a lot of man defense?
Very effective.
Very,
That's
very important. You gotta be able to tackle in space. You got to be able to tackle and go downhill. And the biggest thing is
it's the
fundamentals.
difference
Yeah,
between the end of a play and a touchdown.
Facts.
that's what we were seeing all through this preseason game was wide receivers was beating our defensive backs man on man and breaking that initial tackle from the guy that was
And
covering them.
it was too many
So
tight ends beating corners today. That was getting on my
yeah,
nerve. Like at the end of the day, also Dennis got to realize they scheming to put the tight ends on the corners. It need to be more on the linebackers.
I
I
agree.
gotta say,
You definitely got to be able to have the
I gotta
support.
say,
Go ahead.
Nashawn Wright, he ain't live up to what everybody was talking to. He was okay, but I didn't see what everybody was.
The whole DBs didn't live up to what we used to.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah,
them was
Like the
yeah.
only DB that stood out was Brackwell, and the only reason he really stood out was because he started off strong, then had a couple mistakes, and then finished strong.
and finished strong. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so like,
I
everybody
agree
else
with
was
that. And they
quiet.
was testing
Yeah,
them. They was testing them too. But man, on that offensive side of the ball, hey, Kyle Monangai, he had a couple strong runs, bro, and it was very, very interesting to say the least. Me, Roshan, you missing again, my boy. I don't know where you at. I'm not trying to count you out, Roshan Johnson. I'm not. I'm gonna give you an opportunity. But when you go missing and somebody else steps up and have some good strong runs and able to break tackles and is on the actual football field, in the life of the NFL, it's out of sight, out of mind NFL. That's just how it goes. It can be unfair, but that's the life of the NFL. So I'm going to talk to you two guys about Kyle Monangai. What did you guys how did you guys feel about Kyle Monangai?
What first? I got a question. What's up with Rojo? Is he injured or is he just got sat out because they feel him? He got an
Injury.
injury. Okay. Cal Monangai is a motivated, very good young running back that sees an opportunity and he's going to try to grasp it. And what we've seen from him, 6 rushes for 30 yards, five-yard average. That's pretty decent. And then when he runs through the tackles, he has patience, he has power, he has physicality. This is kind of running backs that Ben Johnson likes. If you look at that team in Detroit that he coached last year, he looks a little bit like Monty. Well, he ain't Monty because Monty on a different level, but he runs a little bit like Monty. So I like what Manon guy's doing, man. Keep up the good work. It ain't sealed and delivered. He ain't stole nobody's spot with one game or with 6 rushes, but it's a good start.
Agreed.
It's a good start.
Yeah, Kyle on a mission because I think he got the realization that first of all, I should have been drafted way higher than I should have because if I went to any other college in the Big Ten and I led the fucking conference in it, I would have been drafted more. So I'm getting penalized basically because I went to a worse school. So now he coming out like I'm finna fuck up every running back that got picked up before me. Because truth be told, if you can lead the Big Ten in rushing,
That's what I feel like.
especially at a bad school, you nice. You real nice.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
like I think he coming in just doing what he got to do, but he also know y'all got me fucked up in the process because I should have got drafted way before a lot of these dudes.
I agree with that. Hayes joining us on the show. Hey Hayes, go ahead and give us your initial thoughts and what you think about. Give us a standout play on defense. We already covered that, and talk about Kyle
Yeah, so
Mananga.
I mean, as far as the what I've noticed from the Bears today in the way that they played, like the thing that stood out to me the most, me and Doug was talking about this a little bit after the live call ended, is that the identity, the framework of how this defense is going to play, the expectation of this defense spoke very loudly today to me. And I think that was clear that Dennis Allen is going to have these boys ready. They're going to be playing, and he's not going to excuse a lack of execution or a lack of intensity for the full game. And I love to see that, right? We talk a lot about the Bears getting that defensive identity back. And so like, and I did not expect, I wanted to see what it was coming into it, but one of the standout players on the defensive side of the ball was Noah Sewell to me. Like Noah Sewell looks night and day different from what we've seen him before. Like I get it, he's been regulated to basically playing majority of special teams since he's been here with the Bears, but just the fact that he understood where to be. It seemed like he understood how to use his combination of size and speed to get into the backfield enough, right? And this was just a guy that, like, even in coverage a little bit, like, he just seemed like he was a lot more intentional than what we've ever seen Noah Sewell before. And that, to me, is a testament of what new coaches can do for players that we didn't, like, nobody was talking about Noah Sewell anymore as somebody who could be an impact for the Bears. Now, after this game and seeing how he's used, and keep in mind, our starters weren't out there. Starters could take more pressure off of him so he can do something. Noah Sewell has an opportunity to really be somebody that surprises a lot of Bears fans this year. And, of course, it's one preseason game, so I'm going to pump my brakes a little bit, but we'll see how it continues to develop. As far as Kyle Monangai, the way I look at it with Monangai is this is a guy that's a pit bull. And I don't know how they're going to keep him out from being in the rotation. You just saw it. Like, he has such intention in what he does. He's fearless. His size, it doesn't matter. We can talk about how, like, he plays like he's 6'3", bro. Like, that's just the way that he plays. It's hard to get him down. He does not shy away from contact. Honestly, I would like to see him be, and I know he has it in there because you've seen it in Rutgers, be a little bit more elusive. But it was like he was almost out there trying to prove a point. Like, oh, you want to take me down? You about to have to work for it.
Thumper.
And I love to see that from Kyle Monangai.
You definitely get a thumper.
Yeah, that was my whole point too. That was my whole point. To the fellas, it was like I'm not counting Roshan Johnson now. I'm not. But once you go down with injuries, it's out of sight, out of mind in the NFL.
Especially at the
Kyle
running back.
Monangai is not the end all be all. Yeah, it's not the end all be all. It is just one game. And Rojo, he should be back and have his opportunity. But this is gonna be in the minds of that offense.
But the problem is, it kind of is a problem because it wasn't just Calvin that guy. We also had Ian Willard and Dion come out there and ball. So it's like,
let's bring
we still what we worked out 3 running backs yesterday. So
yeah,
I like it though because that's also showing me because compared to last year, the running backs we brought in, I ain't like none of them. So the fact that we got some other people that I like other than fucking Homer, I'm cool with it regardless.
Now the biggest thing that I want to turn it to with the offensive side now is the left tackle position. Yeah. Braxton Jones still making the same damn mistake. Still making the same damn mistakes. And we seen Ozzie, he had his moments, but he also looked solid in moments. Braxton Jones, you getting beat by people, nobody necessarily touching you. You getting beat by people, and these are second string players. How y'all feeling about the left tackle position? Steve-O, you got your hand up. The teacher says you can speak.
Braxton Jones, you are officially the second string.
Thank you.
You're just official. I get it. You just came off of injury, a tibia injury at that. But, dude, You let a third string get past you without even touching them. Why? When it comes down to it, if we're still asking you to fix the things we've been asking you since we drafted your ass, you're not improving. And we just brung in more improvement and younger people. Ozzy came out there, he might got pushed back, but one thing we all know, that anchor is still sturdier compared to yours. You got, especially Case Keenum, into so many predicaments in that third quarter because he kept on having to step up in the pocket. He almost had to bail out the goddamn pocket. When there's so much distress coming from your left side, you can't even read the damn coverage, or let alone think about where the ball going to pre-snap because you worried about somebody being on their damn ass before they say hike. Braxton ain't got better. He ain't gonna get better. Ozzy Trapillo is our fucking starting left tackle, and I'm saying that game one in the preseason.
I'm carrying that sentiment from Steve O. I just think let's stop beating a dead horse. We talking about the same shit with Braxton Jones. We talked about his rookie season. He ain't getting no better. Let's move the fuck on. Even after just one preseason game. I'm sorry.
Hey,
The problem is that Braxton, like to what everybody said, it's the same shit that we've seen. Like he has developed in the sense of he stopped the penalties. He was terrible at penalties, but like the fact of the matter is your hand placement is still subpar. You still can't handle the bull rush. You have no anchor. Like and I think Braxton could be a really good swing tackle when you have to depend on him in certain situations. To me, I don't see Braxton Jones, and I don't get the Bears fans that like he had like it's almost like the Bulls fans that were going crazy, like the Chris Duarte truthers. Are y'all watching Braxton Jones actually play football?
ain't no way.
Because really, like if you look at the things that you need a starting left tackle to do consistently, he has some strengths, but none of those strengths are exactly like you. You can't be a starting left tackle and not have a solid anchor. You can't. At least not on a
Anchor
good offensive line.
or at least recover with your hands.
Yeah, good
that's
recovery too.
And that's the
Yeah.
bad. Like that's the thing. Like even with Theo today, Theo did not have a good day. But there was times where when they tried to get handsy with him, he still got back and fought back and used some counter moves in that thing. He has nothing. If they get around that edge, it's too late. It's just too late. There's nothing he could do.
So are we saying we want him off the team or we want him in second string?
No,
He
no, no,
goes
no, no, no.
second string.
Like Hayes said, if you use him in certain situations, like especially on the move, swinging, and when he got to be on the move, he's excellent. It's just being in pure pass protection, that's not his strength. Run blocking,
Yeah, I
he
think
good,
that's
pretty good at run blocking.
he he a hell of
great
a
run
run
blocker.
blocker.
Good at
Not
run
even gonna lie to you. Like on a couple of plays, and it's just probably just a couple of plays here and there that you can point to, but a lot of DeAndre Swift long runs and catches in the screen game last season came because Braxton Jones. So to y'all point, it may be best to just have him on the squad as that swing tackle and see what he can do. But I definitely seen some competition out there for him, and this job is not won yet, not just in one game, but I would imagine that we about to start hearing that Ozzy is taking reps with the ones more often, because the most important thing Ben Johnson said when it comes down to this battle, it's not the run game, it's pass pro. And that is the most important thing, especially when you're expecting Caleb Williams to have a
I
big
can't wait to
season.
see the depth chart this week. I can't wait to see the depth chart when they release it.
Because first round of cut should be coming up soon. Anybody
Well,
know?
you know they don't have
When
to
the
do
first
first
round of
rounds
cut.
anymore. They can just do one big cut, but they're probably
Oh
still
yeah.
going to do it in waves, though. I would expect to see some cuts
I,
as soon as
A
tomorrow.
couple of people say your mic
yeah,
low
I'm
you
on
too,
my
are
phone.
low.
Hayes.
I know
You are
exactly
low.
what the problem is. Give me
Yeah.
1 second.
But yeah, I think when it comes down to it, man, I, fuck that. I got something else to talk about. I do, because somebody brought it up earlier. It just died my eye. Hightower, our
Richard
Richard
Height.
Hightower, our special
Is that
teams.
better, y'all?
Yeah, way
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Our special teams are still an issue,
It is.
mainly on kickoff. Now punts is a little bit better, but it's still damn near the same. I don't know if it's the position and where he's telling them to block or where the position to go, but there's just so many fucking lanes for players to make on punt returns and kick returns. And that's been a problem ever since we got him. Now I know he's our coach. We ain't gonna be able to move on from him unless we decide to fire him. But even though I said fire him last year, what do you think we can do to fix this issue?
Are you adding in that it's a new kickoff format for everybody in the
He's here for
NFL?
the new kickoff.
This is
Yeah.
second year in this
He's
new
here for
Still,
format.
it's relatively
No
still
excuses
new
for it.
though. It's still new. It's just
No,
2
I'm
years
not giving
old.
him that. Because
Okay.
like I said,
Yeah, I wouldn't
it's
give him
still
that
an
either.
issue in punt returns too.
Okay, I ain't.
Yeah, I wouldn't give him that either. Just because, like, even though the format has changed, for me personally, I'm looking at that's just more of a rule change for the person that's going to return the
Yeah.
football. Gap discipline still remains the same with the old rules and this rule. Your lane, your gunners, you got a gunner by the kicker and a gunner on the sideline on both sides of the kickoff. They taught to go straight through, and everybody is taught lane discipline. It's all about lane discipline. You got to have that discipline. And when to Steve-O's point, when our guys is ready to recover, it don't look like our guys got lanes to pick up that 25, 30 yard, 40 yard rush. Unless the guys is just, well, whoever, it was one of the guys, he was just dancing on
That nigga
fucking
said,
punt return and kick return too. That's unacceptable as well. So Richard Hightower, he does have to correct some things too, for sure.
I'm sorry, I had to bring that up because like that's a problem that's coming back from last year or the last 2 years, I should say. So I had to bring that up.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily bad. How do you think the Chicago Bears feel about their pass rush today?
They
Anybody
should
want
be
to take that?
encouraged
They should be
because
good.
like it's not only were they able to get consistent pressure, probably more consistent pressure than we've seen in a while. Like these aren't even your starters, and I think one thing that you could see with the way that Dennis Allen schemes to try to open up, which it's hard to do that because you don't know exactly what the offense is going to do, but you can tell that there were certain plays where he's like, I want you to get open around the outside of this play, and it worked. Like using Chroma and those type of players in the way that he did. Like it just they got nice pressure today, and these are second and third stringers. Imagine when it's Grady Jarrett, Montez Sweat, Deo, all that type of thing, and you're talking about Austin Booker who completely lit up against Miami second and third stringers today. Like that means he's gonna be coming off the bench for us. It's crazy, man.
And he was spamming different moves. He was spin moves, rip throughs, swims. I was like, this nigga just trying everything.
I don't know, real. I love that though. That was real good too, man. But hey, it's gonna be interesting. I want everybody to also understand, like when it comes to those watching Dennis Allen, bro, it's gonna be a lot of stunts. It's gonna be a lot of man coverage. It is those zero blitzes. We gonna have to live and die with them because they gonna be coming. They coming just like on the turnover with Ewers, and they got home. That's gonna be always a thing that Dennis Allen is gonna say. Hell no, I'm gonna force this quarterback to beat me and trust my defensive backs. I'm gonna force the quarterback to beat
Allen, I'm going to Tremaine, and I'm saying, sir, I want you to watch the last play of the game. Watch that the whole flight. Cause the Nick number 30 didn't think about it. He said hike. Pew! Sack.
Yep.
We can't have that hesitancy from you this year because he's going to use him in certain spots to blitz. It's going to happen. So
Hey, I want to be inside of Dominique Robinson's mind right now.
Yeah,
And I don't want him to rest on his morals like he good now. He in the good.
No, you still got a lot to prove, my boy.
He still got a lot to prove. I am still not impressed with Dominique Robinson, even though he got
not even a little bit, though. Not a little bit.
No, because this is probably what happened last time when they let go of. You said you are.
No, I was going to agree with you because it's like even with I wanted to give Pickett some love too, but them niggas kind of fell into some sacks. Now Pickett's first sack, that was him. Like that first sack, he got there. That second sack, he spun into him. I'm sorry.
Okay, is this me? Does Pickens look in shape to y'all?
No,
we was talking about that.
He looked
There's no
better.
reason why
it's probably because he cut
Pickens
the
should have
lock
the same body type.
He do look.
It's probably because he cut the lock.
Okay, all right.
Maybe.
I was looking at the first drive, and it was third down.
You brought it up, Steve.
You sound like me. I said, no, you like, bro, you can't. We can't have the same body type. You got it. You're the professional athlete, sir.
Hey, I'm
sure.
gonna need to see some more from Dominique though. I hope you ain't
I'm
that
with that.
happy in the locker room.
I'm with that though. I think that you want to see a lot more from a lot of players on this team, but we definitely got some good takeaways from it. We all understand here up here that the Bears got a lot of more work to do. But before we get up out of here, hey, just a quick question: how long y'all think these starters gonna play next week?
Half.
Bro,
I hope a
I hope a
half,
half,
but I think they might do.
maybe a
I think
quarter
they
at
do a quarter and
best.
a
I
half.
ain't even
I
gonna
think they
lie.
do.
I think they go a quarter. I ain't gonna lie.
I say 2 series, however that long that takes. I think that's all we get is 2 series from them.
Well,
You
come
think they
on,
play the
Caleb. We need
third
2
game with
touchdowns.
only 2 series? If they play 2 series, you think they play the third game?
I think we're probably getting 2 series. Third game. See, I don't know. I don't know what this coaching staff's mentality is, because some coaches is like the second and the third game you're gonna see them a lot. Some it's the second game you see them a lot. You go back to the third game, you don't see them much. I don't know what the mentality is with this coaching staff.
I was just about to say, let's go see what Detroit did last year. That's what I was literally about to go say.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
best.
we're gonna have to figure it out.
I would say
We're gonna be
since they didn't play
go
the
ahead.
first game, you get them as much time as you could, and you don't want to risk it in the third game, so you don't even play them in the third game.
I
I
agree.
can see that.
Yeah, that's
Especially
why
how
I
many
thought it was
injuries are
supposed to be a
going
lot of
on,
these
bro.
games.
Yeah, bro, that's too dangerous.
Yeah, that's why I was saying at least in that second game, at least get us a whole quarter, at least. But we're gonna see, and y'all already know we're gonna keep y'all updated on all that. Anybody else got anything else?
Oh, hey, we tied in
Bajan
the first
Baddies,
game.
how y'all feeling?
The Bajan Baddies, bro. He wasn't good, bro. We ain't even picking on him either. He wasn't good.
He was okay.
He was okay. Yeah, he was okay.
Okay.
You know what he looked like? You know what he looked like? A perfectly serviceable backup quarterback. And that's okay.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yeah. He
Stop
didn't improve.
looking for your white knight. Stop looking for your white boy to come in here and save y'all. It's not happening.
Y'all can kindly go to Buffalo. Them niggas, they always taking new friends. Shit, that could be your white knight there.
But hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. Before y'all get up out of here, list your feedback, comments, concerns. Let us know what's to it. Y'all can follow us on everything at Chicago Bears Central at gmail.com. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. That line is going to be juke, and I already know y'all ready for your voicemails. But the number to do so if you want to get involved is 773-242-9336. We appreciate y'all, man. And y'all already know we're going to catch